Alright, welcome to the channel. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day, and if you're not, I hope I can help make it a little better. We're at Fall Creek Falls today, and I'm going to be hiking down there to that big rock, and I'm taking you with me. Oh, don't worry, I'll do all the work. The drone, but oh, it says very strenuous. Base of Fall Creek's Fall Trail. Okay, yeah, let's go. Very strenuous, my ass. I've got my signature Vibrams on. We're good to go. I saw that the trail said moderate, and well, I have done a lot of moderate trails barefoot. It just, I don't know. The payoff isn't really there. It's usually, my feet usually hurt for like 4 or 5 days after the fact. And I'm just not really looking for that today. We're planning like 4 more hikes this week because we're on vacation. And I don't want to ruin the rest of them with sore feet. I don't know if they consider stairs very strenuous, I guess. Yeah, so far this is tough. Ooh, rocks. Ooh. She's slippy. I love that rock face over there. It said 0.4 miles. That's not bad. For whatever reason, I was expecting like 5, but the map took me to the Fire Tower Trail, but that, well, that was the first time I've ever felt like I needed 4-wheel drive to go someplace. So I had to back out and come up this way through the park. I'm surprised my calves are still sore from last hike. But we did a lot of bouncing around on that trail. Oh, I guess I really should play music on these. I don't have a whole lot to talk about. It's bad that I spend so much time out here and like, I can't tell you what anything is out here. I don't know shit about shit. I just like looking at it. Yeah, I don't think very strenuous is a good descriptor for this. I can definitely see how somebody could fuck up stepping on these, but by and large, all the footing is sure. It's just awkward. Oop. Well, these probably get slippy down toward the bottom, if we're being honest. And so far, it's pretty dry. Plus you got a handrail, making my life easy. Hey, look, a squirrel. I have been joined. Hey, little buddy. No, I don't know what kind of squirrel. I assume all squirrels are the same, unless they're different colors. Oh. I really want to do these with people more often. And do like a podcast style sort of thing. Talk about, I don't know, maybe some more philosophical things. You know, start asking the youngins what the meaning of life is, and I don't know, go from there. Shoot the shit from time to time. Just record good laughs and good memories. I just gotta find a way to convince more people to go, and I guess this is where we start. Just start making the content. It's gonna be a little bland and boring. This is my first time monologuing on a hike, but I don't know, someone somewhere will skip to this point in the video and be like, yeah, I vibe with that idea. And we'll go from there. I feel like we could have started this a really long time ago, but I've just always been scared to put myself on the internet. Don't even really know why. The worst anybody's gonna say is like, hey, your content's bad. And it's like, well, yeah, it is. Objectively. We'll get better. Oh, a phone call in the middle of the woods. Love that. It's my boss. Yes, sir.
Hey, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm in the middle of the mountains. Vacation started today.
Your vacation started today?
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry to bother you.
No, you're all right.
Yep. I just didn't know if you got a call from Evron. I got a call from Evron about a burglary alarm at your store.
Ooh, no. I did not get a call. But I didn't get the last call either, so I think something's wrong. Either they've got my number wrong or I don't know what.
Okay.
But the store wasn't burgled, I can tell you that, because Brittany's already texted me like 20 times this morning.
Okay. I'll call to make sure and be good to go. But yeah, sorry about it, man. When do you come back?
I am back Tuesday.
Okay. Well, enjoy your time off, and I'll see you then.
Absolutely, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. My boss is a good guy. I just wish he would check the schedule. Ooh. Okay, it's getting a little slippy. And I guess I still wouldn't call it very strenuous, but definitely tricky for anyone that doesn't do it on a regular basis. A hoodie was an absolutely terrible idea with this backpack on. I'm gonna be so sweaty. It's a shame because I know better. But here we are. This thing is so cool. I love these. You just set up a little camp in there. I wonder how frequently people move through the trail, and I wonder how long you could stay there. Like, I mean, if I passed a dude that was camped up in it, like, I wouldn't even say anything at the park. Like, I don't care. Get on with your bad self. Spend a week here, you know? But I'm sure that sentiment is not shared by everyone. Whoa. All right, very slippy. Still good, though. This is such a cool little cutout path. Well, it may not have been a long hike or a hard hike, but well worth it, I'm thinking, as soon as I get there. It really hasn't been raining much, though. I feel like, oh, that is fucking cool. Oh, it's so tall. Oh. Anyway, more waterfall. Blah, blah, blah. Forgot exactly where I was with that train of thought. I love seeing people out here. Like, I love interacting with other hikers and what have you, but it is so nice when it comes to coming out here to take photos and what have you, for it to just be empty. Because I always feel rude asking people like step out of the way when I'm doing a long exposure, because everybody wants their family shots. I hate to interrupt it. One day I'll just set up with the camera and hand out business cards and take family photos for people. And I think that'll be really cool. Oh. The only issue I really have with it is that it takes away from my overall hiking experience. But the trade-off is, at least some will feel like I gave them something they wouldn't have had otherwise, and it kind of increases their experience, and that makes me happy. This place is fucking cool. There's no lie. Ooh. At least it's cooler down here. The hoodie's not so painful right now. That was almost really bad. I mean, I think the gruff would have caught me before I actually fell. It was a little too close for comfort. She is pretty. I will give her that. Alright, let's do some drone footage. Fuck it. I've only got the one battery so far. Which, speaking of, I only have one battery for the GoPro because it did not get delivered before I drove all the way out here, which is kind of a bummer, but based on my experience at Rainbow Falls with Mackenzie and Zach, it should go for about 4 hours. And we're shooting at 1080, so I shouldn't overheat. It's a cool little cutout. This doesn't feel like a pass, but we are gonna do it regardless. Whoop. Cool. That was probably easier, but that's fine. I wonder how busy this place is. Like, so it's January right now, in case you know it takes me forever to get around to uploading this. Ooh. I'm just curious if what keeps people away is just the time of year, or maybe it's the time of day. Maybe nobody wants to be up here at 7 o'clock in the morning. But I don't know. We will play with the drone, we'll have a good time. Hopefully it doesn't fall in the water and we lose out on a few $100. This is neat. I feel like this is visitor made, which means it's probably not very safe. But I'm guessing if the park doesn't come to clear it out, then nobody's died on it yet. And if nobody's died on it, I ain't about to be the first one. Oh, there you go, guys. That's a whole half-mile walk down some stairs. Very strenuous. I'm incredibly exhausted. This is probably the end for me. I think I'll just die here. And of course, hopefully we can find this night today. I saw there's Piney Creek Falls up there. Don't know what the hell that is. Haven't looked at it online. I think I saw it listed on All Trails, but really my focus was to come out here and do this. I just expected it to eat up more of the day. Alright, so turn her on. She's good to go. Whew. Get the controller set up. I will tell you, I'm glad this thing fits, but it just barely fits. Okay. Alright, we are up and running. This is drone time. This app's a little finicky, I feel like. Why are you not connected? I wonder if I'm supposed to like always turn the controller on first. Okay. Bitch, I know you know. Well. Oh, it looks like the cable just doesn't sit very well. Okay, that's all it is. The cable just doesn't sit well. So really I should just be taking the case off of the phone probably. Take off with caution, it says. No satellite. We can handle that.
Take off.
Sweet. It's funny, it's doing a really bad job of... There it goes. Down at the bottom is doing a really bad job of keeping itself level. So, let's see what we can do here. Go on video. Sweet. And then...
Home point updated.
Okay. Terrifying. I'm gonna keep fucking it up. That's too cool. Alright, so try again. Where are you, little guy? Dope. Whee! fucking so cool. It's doing great.
Landing.
You did a good job, buddy. And let's see what we got. I think we can do one better. We're getting there.
Takeoff.
It's gonna take some practice, guys.
Home point updated.
We'll start over. Not a good one. That's okay. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. We just start a little bit lower. Right? I think that's fine.
Altitude reached.
Alright, so I'm allowed to go, huh? Yeah, I've probably pushed my luck a little bit. I don't know. Maybe nobody's seen him. I feel like it's likely that nobody's seen him. Let a little guy go, though. He's so impressive.
Landing.
Exactly what he's supposed to do. Not the most graceful landing in the world, but that's okay. Ooh. Cool, cool. Cool, cool. I wonder, I guess, in order to download... Alright, let's fuck around. It looks like it won't connect unless I have it plugged in, which is totally fine. Shit, dude. I don't know. There was a part of me that was upset about like not getting the DPI, but I mean, I guess I don't know what features I'm missing out on. This little guy seems to do everything I could possibly want it to. And he seems to do it very well. I guess those are cameras for it to land with? I don't really know. I guess. I'm sure that this isn't like the most premium plastic build for a drone, but I would honestly venture a guess that it's probably overall better for it. Like, I don't feel like you want it to be heavy. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't feel like I'm wrong. And that's the most important thing. As long as you don't feel like it wrong. Again, being facetious. Oh, I should turn that off. Sure, it turns off on its own after some time, but I don't know because I don't read instruction manuals. Alright. Alright. Something I didn't think about was getting back down this little rock pile with, 50-pound backpack on. Please don't be too slick. We're thankful for the Vibrams. We might get our butt a little wet here, but that is not the end of the world. Oh, it's all part of the adventure, right? Please be steady. I'd like to not break an ankle today. Sweet. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. We're gonna wander down here and see if there's a nice photo opportunity. We brought the tripod along. And we've had our fun with the drone for this location. Once I get some more batteries, I'll feel better about wasting more time learning. But for the time being, I'm gonna try and be very conservative with our battery life. Also, I have no idea if I'm talking at the appropriate volume for this. I always feel like when I'm with other people and I've got the GoPro on, like, I can hear myself just fine. But the problem is, the widest lens I have is a 24. And these big ass rocks occlude the view of the waterbed, which I want in the photo, but I also want the top of the waterfall in. And I'm just not sure 24 mil is gonna cut it. But I've never wanted to spend the money on like a fisheye. Honestly, for Sony, I don't even know how wide they go. I want to say the widest I've ever seen is 11. And I don't even know if that was made for a full frame sensor. I think it was made for ASPC. Because I had it back when I had my, what, A6000? That was like 7 or 8 years ago. So now, just don't. No, that log is a death trap. I am not falling for that. And there's just not a good way. I should have come barefoot. It was a very short trail. I really don't want to take the Vibrams off and then have to put them back on with wet feet, because that shit's gonna be cold as fuck. I could make it to those rocks, but I feel like the jump from that big one to that small one, I don't know. And the jump down, I guess, really isn't that big of a deal, but the jump back up, I feel like it's just a good way for me to slip and fall today. And I'll shoot you straight, I don't enjoy slipping and falling. I've done it more than enough times. I don't know, if I had somebody else down here to make sure I don't like break an ankle, I think I'd be okay. I mean, it certainly looks like you can go behind. I feel like you get really fucking wet, and I don't know that there's much value. That looks like it gets walked quite a bit though. I just don't know what value there is really in being on the other side. So we'll just try and set up what we can. Find a relatively dry spot for the camera bag. It can get wet, I just don't want it soaked. I'm sorry if my hair falls in the view of the camera. I know it probably does. But I did not bring a clip out here with me because I didn't think about it. So we've got the 24 on already. Really, we're all set. I don't know if anybody takes any interest in this, but I mean, if you're here for the photography part and not just the hiking part, you might like to know what I'm using. Everything I have accessory-wise, man, it's just Peak Design. I love the company. I mean, I don't know anything about the company or the people. I hope that they don't, do nefarious nonsense. But just in regards to the products that they make, top tier, very expensive, but well worth the money. But if you're in the world of buying computer equipment, so you're used to spending your cash more often than you want to. Probably don't actually need a lens hood, but I just like to have them on. And yeah, 24 is just not fucking wide enough. That's crazy. Even if I got down there, I don't think it solves that problem. Yeah, well shit, maybe it is. Like just barely. Just barely. Oh, hell yeah. So it is long exposure time. Don't do a terribly great deal of these, but $22, I don't know, 2 seconds is probably more than enough. We can bring it back down now in a second. We'll just see what that gives us. I never know quite how to judge like how much time I need for how much water flow, but we just take a bunch and we'll sift through the rest later. There it is, like super purple. The sky is completely blown out. Let's not do 22. Let's do 11. And pull it back. The 1/3 is just not going to do it. Pull it down to 50. Pull back up to like 19 maybe. See what 1 second gets us. I would just like for the sky to not be so fucking blown out that there's nothing I can do to repair it. But we're learning. Usually I don't have the sky to deal with, but it's so blown out. Do you think you could take like an HDR? Oh, sorry guys, I probably need to turn that up. I don't know. I feel like I need a longer exposure for the water, but I just don't think I'm gonna get it. I think if there was more water flow, I'd be in a better spot, but I don't know. I feel like this looks too wispy, and then the sky legitimately concerns me. I can go to 22, but it just doesn't gain me nearly enough. It's what, like 1/3 of a stop or something? I'm not doing the math for 18 to 22. Maybe a quarter stop. I don't know. It just doesn't feel like it's going to be enough to make me happy. It's just so fucking blown out. It's insane. Like, I don't know if that's repairable. That would be a new one for me. I guess there's probably something else I need to be doing here, but I don't actually know what. I'm gonna try. Wow, I got 3 full. Is the... God, I never do HDRs. Do I have to hold the shutter for that? I would have to hold the shutter for that. I hate that. Okay. I'm gonna shoot you straight. It feels like I'm about to introduce a lot of wobble into this photo. Bro, what is the fucking time on this? Damn, okay. That was like 30-second fucking photo. Actually, how long was it? Yeah, it was 30 seconds, goddamn. Okay, well. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna spend any more time on that. I don't even necessarily like, no, maybe 18 or 16 mil would be good. I actually don't know what options are available. 470 full frame. There's probably a better option out there than what I'm using right now. I just don't know what it is because I haven't looked. I really, I don't know. Just don't do a lot of wide anything. It's like I've got the 24 to 70, a 70 to 200, and a 200 to 600, and then I've got a 90 macro and a 35 1.4 for like portraiture. But this is as wide as it gets for me, man. And I can't tell you how few photos I have that are shot at 24. This lens is almost always zoomed between like 50 and 70. The reality is I should just own a 50 prime, but I wanted the versatility to some degree since it's not really my most dominant focal range to begin with. I'd say the overwhelming majority of my photos are taken between 70 and 200. I love the compression at 200. I just love that lens in general. It's the GM228. The most exciting thing to me about that is the internal zoom. I love that feature. I love it a lot. I love not having to bonk shit by accident. All right, get my hair out of the backpack. Maybe turn the camera down a little bit again since I'm not kneeling. Forgive me, guys, if it doesn't feel like things are in view when they should be. I am still learning. I learned from the Rainbow Falls hike that I needed to tilt it back just a bit, but I was also in wide, not super view, so try not to overcompensate too much. And I'm also not stopping to double check footage as I go, so it's either gonna be good or it's gonna be bad, and we'll find out when I post it. And it'll be a great start. Honestly, I feel like starting out with terrible content is just a good way to gain some notoriety for rage baiting the GoPro community. Which is not what I'm trying to do. I'm being a little lazy. There's a trail here. I'll wander it. I don't know where it goes. I don't think there's anything down here. But we always enjoy a good walk through the woods. Oh. I don't know what these little plants are, but I just recently learned that they stay green all year. And I have not fact checked that, but sure seems like everywhere I go, they're green. Ooh! If I ever get any comments, someone in the comments can tell me. And then I'll know more than I knew. Maybe I can share that information with somebody else later on, because I'm sure I'll run into plenty of these as time goes by. Ignore my sniffling. It's very cold out here. I think it's like 45 or 50 degrees outside, but down here it does not feel like that. Especially when my toes and socks are soaked. I do kind of want to pull out the drone and just go down this river for a little ways and see what it has to offer. But again, the batteries, and I feel like if we start hiking, I think it was Piney Falls, I may just want it for that. I already spent like 10 minutes flying, and it's got like 30 minutes. It says 41, but the reality is once it gets down to like 20%, it doesn't want to fly anymore. It just comes back home. So I would guesstimate like 30 minutes of fly time. I'm not sure how bad the recording function of it changes things, but we'll learn as we go. I was apprehensive about the drone in general, so I didn't drop the extra money for the extra batteries out the gate, just in case it didn't work the way I wanted. And I returned it. I bet these are slippy, but they are really cool rocks, and I like them. And I'm gonna climb them. Because I can't, should take the backpack off. That would be smart. Oh. Wonder if we can get all the way back up. I don't actually know. I mean, it looks like we can. Surely. That one looks cut. Somehow. I don't know. Oh. I don't think I chose the right way up, but I chose the fun way up. Oh. All we have to do is not fall and die, which it's now getting so leafy, I can't tell what's a hole and what's a rock. This is a sketchy step, and I hate that tree is just gonna be in my face the whole time. So we'll go this way. Oh. And hope that's not a hole. It is not. But that one's stable. It is. Well, if it wasn't strenuous, I made it that way. All right. Well, that's a pretty quick little shortcut. I really can't complain. All right. Well, I'm happy. I'm gonna make my way back up, turn this off to save some battery for the next one. Hope everybody has a wonderful day. Get outside. All right, y'all. I drove the scenic loop out here and ran into a wonderful woman named Teresa who gave me directions to Piney Falls. So no more walking down random trails to find nothing. Which we don't hate. We don't hate at all. We just like being out here. I don't know that any of those little walks will make it to the channel just because they were like 2 minutes long. Really not a lot to see, just some squirrels and birds and trees. What's a day without a little detour? Make sure I lock the car before I disappear. I've dropped the camera bag for the camelback. I am already tired of carrying around all that weight, but if we get down here and it's pretty enough, we will hike back up, grab the camera, and come back down. A few extra steps. This lady said that this wouldn't be much of a walk, She said she had done it before, so it looks like she's right. It looks like the end already. Oh, rocks are wet. We'll try not to die today. I do not know what that is or how that happens. Crazy. Oh, hey. Wow, you're way up above it. I wonder if there's a way down. Oh. And it's pretty up here. But we're so far away. And that doesn't look like it's worth the work. Yeah, that goes nowhere. I mean, I guess we'll go look at it. We're here, we might as well. Ooh. Well, and people do it, so here we go. Yeah, that wasn't as bad as I thought. Oh. Another little place to live out the rest of my days. I love those things. Oh, they're just so neat. Well, that's not that far of a fall. You can't even see the falls from down here. Man, flying a drone through that would be rough too. Probably just go right over the trees. Yeah. Well. Okay. Well, let's see where the other one goes. There's supposed to be a suspension bridge. Is that an easier way up, I wonder? I don't think we'll have any trouble going up this way. Put those long legs to use. Sorry about the phone notifications. Work does not know how to not text me when I'm on vacation. Back up we go. Oh. I love that the walk down is so easy compared to the walk up. Very stark contrast to what I'm used to doing. All right, y'all, I'll find my way to the next path, and I'll see you there. We made it. It looks like this path goes very well down. I don't know if that goes to the same place yet or not. We may have to backtrack. Looks like it just connects down here. So nothing lost there. Maybe it's just a smoother walk. I don't know. Doesn't look like it. Does it keep going? No, I don't know if you'll see what I see. But it's a tiny one. Look at it. It's so small. You can just live down here. Oh, and they said I'd never be able to afford a home. Oh. I need to figure out what these are called. I'm sure there's a word for it, but I don't know what it is. So, see where this little path goes. I don't think it's the right one, but it doesn't have to be. Looks like maybe just a little rock overlook. Well, it keeps on going down. Oh boy. I think it might be possible to get down there. Or maybe not. Oh, those are sharp ass leaves. Look at this tree, man. How is this thing here? I feel like I should be able to push it over. It's got like roots coming off on the side of the mountain. Oh. So this would be a good time to get back into rappelling. Not that I would tie off to this tree. That seems like a terrible idea. But I used to have a buddy that knew how to do that sort of thing. We went once to, I think it was Chain Rock in Pineville, Kentucky. Do not go behind the fence. Okay. I might though. I won't. Anyway, Chain Rock, and we rappelled somewhere up there and got stuck because I barely know what I'm doing. Barely knew what I was doing. Now I feel like I know even less, so I'd probably just get stuck again. But at least that time had somebody that did know what they were doing there to save me. All right, this is cool. I have never been on a suspension bridge, I don't think. Damn, that does not look. I mean, it's made of steel, so we're good. I'd be lying if I said this doesn't feel like something sketchy. Although those bolts are probably rated. Jesus Christ. Sorry for the language. Those are just really large bolts and some very thick cable. So, and it doesn't even wobble. I really expected a lot of wobble. Oh, it wobbles. I just had to get toward the middle. Oh, get you guys a view of the creek. It is a bit unnerving up here. I wouldn't lie. Won't lie. Oh, I kind of want to jump on it, but I'm also kind of scared that I'll fuck it up. Oh. All right, we're jumping on it. It's not nearly as wobbly as I expected. but it does wobble. Longer than I would have expected it to be too. Yeah, that's pretty dope. I won't lie. Wow, where am I going? Like, does this wrap around to... It looks like it goes up. I don't feel like I'm headed in the right direction at all. I think if we want to see the bottom of the falls, we're going to have to pull out the drone. Which is A-okay by me. But this is definitely not going in the direction I would expect it to. It's very peaceful out here though. I feel like this is a good trail to run if you're a runner. I think the sign said scenic overlook, but I don't know what we're overlooking. I feel like this is not traversed very often. Honestly, the whole park kind of feels like it isn't traversed. Lower Loop Trail. Oh, shit. Oh, I found it. Do I have time for 8 miles? It's 10 o'clock. What would that be? Like 3 hours? 3 hours back, 6. Maybe 4 in the afternoon. I am gonna shoot you straight, y'all. I think I would have to start this earlier. 8 miles is a trek. Which really wouldn't be a big problem. Like, I've got all day. 4 p.m. would be pushing daylight hours, though. It is January. And then when I leave here, which I think I'm in Pikeville right now. I don't know, close. I feel like I'm close to Crossville. I'm probably wrong about that, but I still have to drive to Nashville. That's a deer. Drive to Nashville to see a good friend of mine who just had some major surgery. He's recovering still. There's no real word on when he's going to get to go home. Just realized I came out here without my knife. Bummer. There shouldn't be any bears. I can't imagine there's any bears. But then again, I also don't know what things live in these woods. Obviously, deer's a big one. We've seen a lot of deer today. There's actually these deer farms we passed on the way in, out in the back roads. And I mean, you would expect to see a lot of deer at a deer farm, but when I tell you there were an absolute crap load of deer out there, it was so adorable. Most of them were little babies. It's so sweet. I don't know what they do with deer at a deer farm, but my hopes is that it's just like a petting zoo. And I will just continue to stay naive on the subject because I feel like it's probably something I won't like if I find out the truth. So I'll just leave it there. And then if somebody years from now finds this video in my backlog of videos and wants to correct me and ruin my day, I welcome that. I have a sneaking suspicion that this trail is just 8 miles of this. So we're probably going to turn around, just take the drone down to the waterfall, which really we can scout out whether or not this trail actually makes it down there, because I was too lazy to stop and pick up a map, and I have no idea where anything goes. But when I hear a lower loop trail, I assume it loops down to the lower end. Problem is, I don't know like how it terminates. I don't know if... Well, that sign said the nature center, and the lady said that you can, there's something to see at the nature center, and that it's a very short walk. So I wonder if you took the 8 miles of this, if it ends at the nature center, I mean, it is a loop. It should loop back around, right? Oh, man. When I say it's not traversed a lot, I mean, it seems like everybody turns around. Are you a deer? I just don't want you to be anything bigger than a deer. Yeah, the trail becomes practically not visible. There are so many deer out here. I keep hearing them hop around. I wonder if all trails can tell me where I'm at, what I'm doing, and where it goes. And if the nature center, like if the nature center is 8 miles away from my car, though, I mean, that would be tough. Lower loop trail from Betty Dunn Nature Center at Fall Creek Falls. That is me. 12 miles total, 5.5 to 6 hours, which is 3 more hours than I gave it. But it says hard. This does not feel hard, but it does say 1,800 feet of elevation gain. So it looks like it goes around the whole park. I'm gonna shoot you straight. 2.8 stars. Trail is closed, 1 star. Oh wow. This was just 2 months ago. Okay, well, here's what we do. We go back, we talk to a park ranger, because I really don't want to walk 9 miles to have to turn around and walk back 9 miles in the dark. But we can talk to a ranger and see if any of those things have been repaired, because it seems like a lot of those reviews are from 2 months or more back. But I am not about to wade through chest deep water in the gear that I am currently in. I don't necessarily care to do it with different clothes, especially on a day that's warmer, or if I just had another person to bring along, but there's a fat chance of that. I don't really have a lot of hiking buddies, and the ones I do have are very green to it all. Not to say that I'm any sort of expert, but I do have a lot of first-hand experience. Oh, I mean, we've probably got like a good, I don't know, I don't know if I've quite made it to like 2,000 miles in the Smokies, but I would estimate over 1,000 pretty easy. I feel like that's true. But we're really just now starting to venture out into new places, and it's part of the reason I'm bringing you all along with me. I really hope that's not the way I was supposed to go. Fingers crossed, guys. That's what happens when you don't pay attention to what you're doing. But I do feel like I remember this log. So. And dodging these streets. Oh. And while we're talking about new stuff, as many of the trails as I have walked in the Smokies, I have still not made the time to go up to LeConte. I don't know why. I think I feel like I wake up at like 3 or 4 in the morning and I'm like, nah, I ain't got the steam for that. And I go back to bed and I wake up at like 6 and then I make a bunch of excuses about how I don't have enough time and yada yada. The reality is, I think even at 6, if I set out, I could probably make it up and back down by the end of the day. But we'll have to wait for the summer for that, because I am not walking back down from LeConte by myself in the dark. I do not have much interest in that. And I doubt I'll find anybody anytime soon that wants to walk that far in a single day. In either case, I appreciate y'all walking that little trail with me for a little while. I hope that the camera caught the deer. They were adorable. Yeah, see, this would be a good trail to run. It's not too bumpy. There are definitely a couple of spots to accidentally trip, but I feel like by and large, pretty solid if you knew it well enough. Yeah, maybe we don't risk that. Sorry for the bouncy. I don't know how bouncy it'll be, but it's a good way for me to test out how well the GoPro does at stabilizing. I hear voices. There are people. Yeah, I may wander down here. I'll probably go sit at the creek for a little while and give you all a break from me. Take a little me time, since that's always nice. Whoa, almost slipped. We're just gonna jump it. Oh, fuck it. Who needs knees anyway? I guess I need to start saying parkour. Bring that back. Piss everybody off. Alright, I made it down to the creek. We are underneath the suspension bridge, if you can't see it. Hopefully you got a good look up my nose there. And look at that, a big rock to sit on. It is peaceful enough. Alright, I'll catch you all when I find something new.